Hello, this is Johnny Cycles with CyclesGaming.com, bringing you another edition of Dragons in Modern, this time a budget version. Seems like a pretty good hand. Assuming that we don't get our Utopia Sprawl snagged by Prismatic Ending or something along those lines, we should have Chancellor of the Dross. Okay, we're playing against Mono Black Burn, perhaps. Each opponent loses 3 life, then you gain life equal to loss. Okay, yep. Sure. So normally I would want to get, yeah, we're going to go get a forest. Normally I would get a forest. I'm going to say I might get a stomping ground here because we don't have another red source. But against a mono, what I'm assuming is a mono black deck, you never know. They might have some kind of land destruction package. And we have Domri, we have Bone Crusher. We're hoping to draw another land or Mana Dork next turn so that we can, ideally Mana Dork, Domri plus Mana Dork. So Mono Black Burn, we might just be dead already. We'll see how fast they have their start is. We do have Pulse of Marasa in the sideboard to help us against burn decks. Wasn't expecting bringing it against a Mono Black Burn deck, assuming this is what it is. Yeah, you may reveal it. So Chancellor of the Dross, you may reveal this card from your opening hand. And if you do at the beginning of the first upkeep, each opponent loses 3 life, then you gain life equal to life lost this way. 6/6 flying lifelink. Alright, yep. So I've seen Saffron Olive's video playing this deck. Seems super fun and janky. Thoughtseize. Sleeper. Ah, yes. The sleeper agent. In a battle start, opponent gains control of it at the beginning of your upkeep. It deals 2 damage to you. So we're going to take 2. If you hear the screaming in the background, it's just my children. Don't worry. They're with the babysitter and my mom and their mom. Okay. So it's not mono black apparently. I wonder how much we can change the equation here by hitting for 4 every turn instead of 3. So we're going to run out Domri and then have the extra mana to do nothing with, or we can blow up their land and also do nothing. So, all right, we're going to run out Domri and start the clock. Hopefully they don't have too much life gain. Okay. All right, I'll keep Reckoner Raid, sure. Each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Yep, so there's some life gain for them that we were hoping they don't have. Will we be fast enough with our Storm Breath and our Sleeper Agent? We'll find out. Hopefully they don't Thoughtseize us here and take our Storm Breath. Nope, another one. Okay, so good for them. See, there's Saga. This is going to do it again next turn, so we're going to lose 2 next turn as well, and then it becomes some sort of, okay, rat. Got it. All right. Well, non-painful land would be good for us. All right, we can always Lightning Bolt. So we're going to take 2 next turn. Puts us to 8. This puts us to 6 if we want to do the dragon this turn, and then we're hitting for 9 when they're on a 2-turn clock. We can we could hit to 11, Lightning Bolt Stomp, put them to 6, stay at 10, and hope they don't, and then next turn play the dragon. Huh. Let me think about this again. So if you go to 8, we can hit them for 9, put them to 6, and they're dead next turn. But we're at 8 going to 6, and that is within range of their mono black kill spells, I think, or burn spells. I can't remember the name of off the top of my head. Play the Stomping Ground tapped. Pump up 1 for red, bolt to 12, hit to 8, stomp to 6. And next turn, still attack with a dragon and a sleeper agent, and then they're not dead. And they're going to probably gain life. They're going to gain 2 life to 17. All right, so what we're going to do is go to combat, put him to 11. We could blow up a land. All right, so we could save this lightning bolt for the sleeper agent in case they have a way to kill us. So we're going to go red, colorless, stomp, put them to 9, pass the turn. See what they do. So if push comes to shove, we go to 2, we can always bolt. Although then we're dead. I don't know if that's a winning strategy either, to be honest. So they're going to go back up to 11 for now. In step, huh? What do we do? What do we do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we kind of need to run this bolt out now. Do we go ahead and kill the sleeper agent and just trust that we'll... What do these rats become? Doesn't say. We could kill a sleeper agent and trust that we're not dead. I think they're going to try to kill us on our turn, so we're going to bolt the sleeper agent. And hope that we don't die. Play a Storm Breath. Do they have a kill spell or a burn spell? Ooh, what is this? Prevent all combat damage that we've been dealt this turn. If white was spent to cast a spell, each player loses 1 life for each attacking creature they control. If black was spent to cast a spell. All right. Batwing Broom. Never heard of that one. Okay, so it's a black-white fog. Nice. Well, that's what Stomp is good for. We wouldn't have had the mana to cast it anyway, but we'll keep that in mind next time. So these guys are they legend? I assume it's legend. Are they legendary? They're not. All right, so this is enchantment rat creature rat rogue 2/2 menace. Okay. We're at 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what we can do is we can fight one of these guys. The questing beast does add another whole nother layer to our attacks. I feel like if they had just a straight up burn, they would have done it already. Attack for 10, put our opponent to 1. That's not dead though. See if they have another one of their Batwing Broom. Never seen that card in my life. What a fun card. What a fun card. So they're playing 3-color mono black burn is what it looks like. Too bad we didn't see that lightning bolt would have killed him. Although we would have been at 4, so who knows? Maybe we misplayed there. Man magic is interesting. Soul spike, okay. Does 4 damage any target you gain 4 life. All right, so they have the fizzle. So they must have the way. They must have a way to, because it's any target, and they gain 4. All right, well, sure. Damage can't be prevented with the questing beast, so that Batwing broom wouldn't have done anything. Now they're going to put us to 3 and probably kill us, I imagine. So even if we had held onto the light, or had the lightning bolt to their face, we probably would have been dead. I still think they could have just done this to us. Yeah, they wouldn't have gotten the damage through, but they're at 5. Arbor Elf is no good. Do they have an answer? I feel like they must. I don't know. We'll see. They gotta have something, right? Batwing broom again. Sure. All right, so what we're doing is we're gonna have to run out this other Domri so that keep the one we want. So this Arbor Elf was actually a big draw for us because now we have another creature we can use to fight against that guy. And we're at 2. They have 2 cards. Can they kill us? Will they find the answer? They've been stuck on land though. Looks like they found something. Their Bloom command for Xaxes. Well done. All right. Well, the janky Abzan burn deck got us. If we can't beat a janky Abzan burn deck, then I don't know. Maybe Dragons is doomed. Oh, that was close. It was fun. I enjoyed playing the janky decks. So we can bring in Pulsum Rasas are our go-to. Blood Moon looked like it might be good against our opponent. We're still on the play though, so we want to keep some of our ramp. Veil of Summer does fizzle a lot of their burn spells, so I think we bring that in. We'll go a little bit slower. Take out a little bit of our ramp. I mean, Bone Crusher Giant, the Stomp version, right? Damage can't be prevented this turn is an answer for their little Batwing Bloom. I feel like our best chance is to be fast and to gain some life, either by fizzling with Veil of Summer or by just straight up gaining 6 with Pulsum Rasa. I don't really want to take out anything else, to be honest, but take out a couple bolts. We didn't see too many targets. Yeah, I mean, we did a lot of damage that game. Our opponent gained a lot of life. We almost raced him. All right, well, so this is definitely keepable on the backs of these Veil of Summers. We have to imagine that Veil of Summer is going to buy us 8 life at the best. 4 lands and nothing else. We do have a mana dork, so we're going to just trust in the magic gods on this one. I'm so tired of mulligan play. I mean, this isn't the best hand, but you mulligan for something better, and what happens? You end up, like we did in the last match, going from a 5-land hand in our opening 7 all the way down to 4 before we found a playable hand because our First mulligan was unplayable. Our second mulligan was unplayable. And by unplayable, I mean 1 land and 0 lands. So yes, this isn't our ideal hand. This isn't what we were really looking for to speed out into a dragon as fast as possible, but that's okay. Sometimes that's how it is. All right, perfect. Get a forest, run out a delighted halfling, pass the turn. So 3 mana planeswalker will be great in this spot for us. Yeah, I think sometimes it's easy to look at a match and be like, man, where was my mistake? And sometimes the mistake is in choosing to mulligan a hand that isn't ideal or isn't great. So having 5 lands, I think it was a Mana Dork and a Bone Crusher Giant. Or was it a Mana Dork and a Questing Beast or something like that? I can't remember now. Either way, maybe it was good enough. Target player mills 3 cards, and you may return a land card. Target opponent. So we'll go ahead and cast Veil of Summer. We did have to shock ourselves, but I think it's worth it. And they hit a lot of action. These Machinations, another Withered Bloom, Sleeper Agent. So Sleeper Agent says target opponent gains control of it. So I can actually Veil of Summer in response to the Sleeper Agent. Nice, I like it. Utopia Sprawl, so now we can go Field of Ruin, Utopia Sprawl, cast Kiora, untap the Utopia Sprawl, and get in there, Delighted Halfling. You can do it. So now, having to shock ourselves there wasn't ideal since we didn't nerf a burn spell, but we did draw into Kiora and got us closer to executing our game plan of beating down with the Stormbreath Dragon for value while holding up a Veil of Summer to protect us from burn or protect our hand or protect our creatures. So overall, I think this was... I would have liked to have fizzled a burn spell to stay at 20 or close to it, but this is going to do. Pick your poison. Each opponent sacrifices an enchantment. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4... Interesting. I would really like to fizzle the burn spell with this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the drag. Well, whatever. We're going to float the mana. Because we wouldn't get to draw a card. It's a green spell. See, opponent's going to go to the next phase. So we could go ahead and cast Veil of Summer. But they're going to wait until we go to... If we cast Veil of Summer, they can respond and hit us that way. So either way, we're going to end up getting hit. So that's unfortunate for us. That's an enchantment. Sacrifice Hopeless Nightmare. So each opponent that discards a card and loses 2 life. Okay. We will discard this Field of Ruin. We still have our 5 mana, but now we would like to hit a land just for the to hold up Veil of Summer. Yeah, so we're going to run out this Questing Beast and hope to draw a land. Because we are unable to cast a Storm Breath and still have Veil of Summer mana up. Oh, another Storm Breath. Not going to complain. Exile 2 black cards from your hand rather than pay the spell's mana cost. Soul Spike deals 4 damage to any target and you gain life. Alright, so this, I guess, is a misplay on our part. What we should have done is tapped all of our mana, then activated Cure to untap the land, and then cast the Questing Beast, because now we're not able to keep our Questing Beast alive. Well, you live and learn. They're down to 1 card, and we have Storm Breaths, 2 Storm Breaths, and ways to protect our things. I still kind of want to hit a land, though. Oh, that's a sweet combo with Soul Spike. Mill takes 7. At the beginning of your end step, put an influence counter on blah 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 and scry 2. Then target opponent may have you draw a card. If that player doesn't, you mill X cards, where X is the number of influence counters, and that player loses life equal. Alright, well, sure. We'll let him draw. We could just try to, yeah, we'll let him draw. Well, could go ahead and Veil of Summer to draw a card, but with the Storm Breaths coming down, we're hoping to draw into a land via our draw for Kiora. Okay, well, sometimes you just hit a lot of Storm Breaths. I mean, we are in trouble if our opponent ever finds an answer for this Delighted Halfling, because we cannot seem to draw a land to save our life. Well, we're still at 14, which is a healthy life total. But man, we would have liked to hit a land there. We hit Storm Breath, Bone Crusher Giant. And that's the kind of luck you get sometimes. I'll be playing and just draw land. And now we're drawing dragon. All right, so they're looking to find some action. Oh, man. And yes, we'll have them draw a card. So they're only ever going to draw 1 card. I played this card in Commander once and it was unimpressed. I mean, it's fine. It might do exactly what our opponent's trying to do right now. So we're going to we tap them away and stuff so we have a green mana open. So now we're just going to play our green mana. Yep. Okay. Anyway, I think I was trying to say I played this Palantir of Ornthak and Commander, and you add these counters on it so that you can, I guess, scry further, but you end up you only still draw 1 card. So I think when you read it, at least when I read it, you kind of think you're going to get to draw a bunch of cards off of it, but you do 1 at a time. And so it was less impressive for me in Commander. Here, I can see why our opponent's playing it. It's pretty sweet tech. And it's just fun to see some janky cards. We're at 14. What is a way our opponent can get out of this? We have Veil of Summer for protection. We've drawn dragons for days. Our opponent has not been able to answer all of them, or kill our mana dork to keep us off of our dragons for days. So yeah, I mean, we've drawn what we needed. I can't complain. I was also, I think, saying that man, our opponents filled their hand though with redraws and this Palantir of Ornthag. So good for them. Anyway, sometimes you just hit all lands and sometimes you hit all dragons. And luckily we were able to play our dragons that we've been hitting and not just. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're going to start with this and then untap that. We can just monstrous for 6 actually right now. 4, 5, 6, 7. See what our opponent does. Assume they'll play an instant. Veil of Summer. And they scoop it up. All right, so we got there. All right. I think with our sideboard plan really came through Veil of Summer. We played, look, I mean, that's what I was saying. We, in our last match, mulliganed a hand that was playable but not ideal, and it was a lot of lands, and I was worried about flooding out, and then we ended up having to go to 4, and the game is over. So that game, we had 2 Veils of Summer and a Mana Dork. And obviously Veil of Summer is one of our best cards, so that incentivizes us to keep it. It should, in theory, gain us life, essentially. But we drew well, and we needed all the lands that we kept in our hand because we didn't draw that many lands that game. So I think lesson learned, sometimes you keep a 7 that is not looking perfect, but I think that 7 was actually a lot better than it looked because of the 2 Veil of Summers. Anyway, so sometimes your decision to mulligan a hand is what costs you the game in the match, not how you play along the way, unfortunately. So we could bring in Blood Moons to try to jank our opponent out. Man, they have a lot of... They just have a lot. I mean, they still have ways to exile and burn us out that way, though. We're going to try it just for fun. Can we get them? Take out the Bone Crusher Giants. Excuse me, I've been sick with a cold for I don't know how long now. All week, I guess. Today's Thursday. All right, well, we have the Veil of Summer, we have a Utopia Sprawl, and we have Domri. So, I mean, really, we have a lot of what we want. 1 sideboard card, turn 1 Mana Dork, turn 2 or 3 mana Planeswalker. This is kind of where we want to be at. Now, the question is, do we want to run out the Utopia Sprawl to start, or wait and hold up the Veil of Summer? See what we draw. Lightning Bolt. I think if we did a Blood Moon there, I'd be more tempted to run this out. They might just get us. All right, we're gonna, hopefully they don't have that make us sack an enchantment card, because that sort of wrecked our day, or it will wreck our day if we don't hit lands. So this is looks like a budget build. I don't see any Thought Seizes or Fatal Pushes yet. It's a budget on budget. Don't mess with our Utopia Sprawl, please. We need that. Ooh. Another one. And let me have a feeling if they shock themselves for this, they probably have that Pollen card, the new card that it makes you sack. Looks like it. Yep. Each opponent sacrifices an enchantment. Oh, sad face. I mean, Veil of Summer wouldn't have protected us from that anyway. It doesn't target us. Another lightning bolt. Well, we don't want to shock, just to cast a bolt. Well, I was talking about missing land drops. We're gonna end up not making our land drops, is what it's looking like. And that could cost us this whole match. So if we make a land drop, all right, whenever you lose life for the first time, pay sacrifice. Each opponent loses 3 life. You gain life. And again, this is not a targeting, so that's unfortunate. This is where Force of Vigor would come in handy. Do something that we might just cycle this Veil of Summer to draw a card, honestly, because we are missing land like, whoa. We really need to hit a land drop. That is not a land drop. Manas? Oh, Blood Moon is not looking great right now. I mean, we'll still run it out there next turn if we can. We'll bolt this, whatchamithing, the rat, rogue. They're going to get another one, and then we'll run out Blood Moon and hope they don't have a way to hurt themselves after that. They do have ways to make us sacrifice enchantments, though. Enchanted land is a swamp. Whenever enchanted land is tapped for mana, oh, and that's going to shut us off a red, too. Man, I love that card. That's a good budget build, a budget card for Commander, too. Man, all right. Opponents got to hate themselves. Will we draw a red source? We draw the green source. I mean, the benefit is, though, we can... Yep. Maybe I should undo that. Can I undo that? I cannot undo that. Oh well. Should have done this differently. I didn't need to tap the mana. That was a free 2 damage. I forgot that little part of it. Okay. We just lost 2 life for some reason. They have this land, fancy land. Each opponent loses 1 life. Activate only if you control 2 or more black permanents. Yeah, that was the right move because we're about to lightning bolt this thing. So we only have 2 lightning bolts. All right. Well, so next turn we are set up to run out this Blood Moon, and hopefully that will shut down our opponent's main shenanigans to see what they can get up to in the meantime. Drawing a card, good for us. We lose 2 life and discard a card. We need to play faster too. So we're going to discard a card. I think we're going to end up having to discard this Stormbreath Dragon, which our opponent's going to be like, what are you doing? Why are you? We're playing so slow. They're at 16 minutes. We're at 4.5. Yep. What are we going to hit? Wooded Foothills. It's a little late, but it's at the party. Man, they're going to gain so much life. They're going to be able to just burn us out this way by paying energy. We're dead on board because of the energy. We have no answer for that. Whenever you lose life, there's another Blood Moon. Maybe we... Oh, man. This does, however, put them on a 2-turn clock. They'll gain the life is the problem. So they're going to get another energy here, and then they're going to be able to go up. They're going to gain life twice. We'll go to 3. They'll go to back to 12. So I think what we have to do is not attack and hope to draw another dragon and hope that our blood moon will get us there. Yeah, they were trying to crack to get that energy. So we need to one-shot our opponent here. And even then, it's probably not enough. We need to, okay, well, we're about to find out. So they're going to put us to 6. This is going to be 11, 12, 13. They can get up, put us to 6 and go up to 15. So I think we're just going to have to wait. So they're effectively at 15. If we hit another dragon, we win. What a game. Each opponent loses 3 life, you gain life equal to the way lost, I think. Okay. Yeah. Oh, they have to sacrifice it for it. Okay, well, I've been totally misreading. I thought it was any time, but all right. Either way, it looks like we're going to get there. I didn't think I need to read the card better. First rule of magic, read the cards. And they scoop it up. All right, well, a couple misplays there. Didn't read the card. It sacrificed the machinations. It's way worse than I thought it was. I was reading it as all they do is pay 2 energy and then they drain us, which is way better. So yeah, I would have probably played that a little bit differently. I would have attacked a little bit sooner. Instead, we were playing it patient, and when it paid off. We ended up drawing really hot fire towards the end, shut down our opponent's mana. So our game plan of Blood Moon actually came through and probably saved our lives. Should read the card better. First rule of magic, right? Either way, we got the win. It feels good. Happy to get a match win finally, even if it is against a janky build. And what a fun deck they're playing, though. And what a fun game. For now, this is Johnny Cycles of CyclesGaming.com. I'll catch you on the next one. This is Johnny Cycles with CyclesGaming.com, and this has been another edition of Dragons in Modern. Be sure to go to my site and check out all of my original Magic the Gathering content, where I post articles and video of my janky modern brews in my commander decks. I'm also publishing a couple chapters every month for my science fiction fantasy novel called The Pod Kind. Check me out on YouTube as well. Click that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. And I'll catch you on the next one.